What's up? It's your boy Dre. One of the most difficult interview questions to ask in a job setting is, and one of the most trickiest ones as well, is this one question. And it is, tell me your weakness. A lot of times you hear that and you're like, oh my God, like, what do you
Come
mean? Tell
on,
me about your
man.
weakness. I'm trying to get this job. I'm not trying to expose, what I'm bad at. It's almost like a trick question, right? And
Got
a
him.
lot of times, even in the Christian world, a lot of times we look at our weaknesses as something that we don't put out there. We keep that to ourselves. We don't just expose that. But a lot of times you see in scripture, with the apostle Paul, he always says, in my weaknesses, he is made strong. But if we keep our weaknesses to ourselves, then that means we're operating in our strong suits, hiding our weaknesses. So where's the opportunity for him to be strong? Sometimes we get into into that headspace where pride allows us to hide our weaknesses. The example I like to use is when you go to a doctor, you have a broken leg, but you go to the doctor and you say, oh, I'm feeling fine, I'm okay, I'm good. Whole time you got a broken leg. Keep this in mind. The doctor can never heal what you don't expose to.
Now
Take
that's
that
a
into
good
consideration when
one.
we're talking about God. God, he knows and sees all things, but like the apostle Paul says, it is in his weakness where God is made strong. And just like that interview question is the most uncomfortable, the trickiest question in the world, what our weaknesses is, because a lot of times we don't like to touch that. We like to hide those. We like to put ourselves in the best possible light, and that is showing our strengths, not our weaknesses. But in the Christian walk, and I just want to encourage all those out there to work it in reverse. If you expose your weakness, what else can they say about you? A lot of times we go along, we try to hide our weaknesses, and we will really go to the ends of the earth to hide our weaknesses because we don't want anybody to know. But just think of the freedom that you get when you expose your weakness. What else can they say about you? It's
Would you
almost
like a
like
receipt?
Eminem in the 8 Mile. He got into the rap battle and he told everything that he could possibly say that was bad about him. He said it up front. There was nothing that they can say. The devil he likes for you to hide your weaknesses because he'll sit there and threaten to expose them. It's like, expose them. Because in my weaknesses, he will be made strong. And that's the vulnerability that comes with the Christian walk. And I encourage you to get people, sometimes, we've, been placed in this position to where there's not a safe space for us to present our weaknesses. And it's important that you do have a safe space. And, just find people who, that can be that safe space for you. And as well, you have to be that safe space for them as well. You can build that community to where you can expose your weaknesses. And it's not just an exposure of weaknesses, but it gives you that opportunity to where you can work on it, to where you can actually get healed. Like I said, if you go to the doctor and you don't expose what it is that is wrong, the doctor cannot fix it.
That's right.
And that's what it allows you to do when you get into this community, this space, this safe space where you're able to expose your weaknesses. That gives God an opportunity to make that weakness a strength in order to, he can heal it because he is the one that can heal all and everything. But you can't hide it. And just take that as a reminder that interview question, what's your weakness? It don't have to be that trick question. It can be something that we get into a space where we can expose and we can get better because, like Paul said, it is in my weakness, he is made strong. That's the word for today. Salute. This your boy Dre.